to functional movement. Today we are focusing in on the arms and the shoulders. There'll be a little bit of back work in there, but primarily the arms and the shoulders. All you will need for today will be some dumbbells, so go ahead and get those ready. Other than that, we have 10 moves, 60 seconds of work, 0 rest, so we're moving from one to the next to the next. I will always show you what's coming up, and we're only going through them once. However, if it is unilateral work, we will hit one side and then do another full 60 for the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and give pre and postnatal disclaimer, so that if this is not you, go ahead and go to that workout. Other than that, if you are pregnant and postpartum, please make sure that throughout everything, as always, you are watching for signs of intolerance, coning, doming, bulging, or even a sinking in at the midline here. And if you are pregnant, know that there are foods that are on the ground, so if that bothers you where you're at in your pregnancy, grab a pillow, a rolled up towel, a blanket, a Bosu ball, something that you can put underneath your upper back just to help to lift you up. Other than that, please make sure that going down onto the ground and always go to your side and roll over, and that is for both pregnancy and postpartum. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right on into today's workout. All right, so we're gonna get started with some mobility as always, and the first thing that we're gonna do are actually for our shoulders. This one's gonna seem a little bit weird. We're gonna walk through it. I'm gonna talk you through it real quick, but first and foremost, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna be standing. I want you to have one arm down at your side, palm faces in, thumb faces forward. I want your chest to be completely still. I don't want it rotating or moving, so your trunk stays still. Go, you're gonna bring it up, not yet, I'll tell you when I'm just walking you through it. You're gonna bring it up to where your bicep is by your ear. Then you're gonna rotate, palm's gonna go out, thumb's gonna go forward. After this, you're gonna stick it back. You're gonna go as far back as you can, again, without twisting. And once you feel like that tough, sticky spot, you're gonna rotate that thumb to the back of the wall, palm then faces out, and we're just gonna come down. Basically, you're making a big circle. We're just gonna go through different mobility of the shoulder while we do it, okay? So we have less than 10. We're just doing one side. We'll get the other side once we repeat, okay? So go ahead, come here, get ready with me. Nice, good stance, okay? Palm faces in, thumb is forward. Go ahead and bring it up. Bring it by your bicep by your ear. Rotate that thumb goes forward, that palm goes out. Now I want you to kick it back. I want you to keep here nice and straight. Go as far back as you can. Once you get to that tough, sticky spot, rotate even more. Get that thumb to the back of the wall or room, and then the palm to the outside, and bring it on down at the same time, completing that circle. Go backwards. So now bring that thumb back. Once you get to that spot, start to unwind. Bring that palm out to the side, thumb is forward. Once you get by your ear, rotate that palm in, thumb forward and down. Go back up, we're gonna go a little bit faster. Rotate, kick it back, keep rotating, come on down to your side, kick it back, out, up, and down. We're just gonna go to the other side, okay? So get ready. Palm faces down. I want your thumb forward, ready? Bring it up. Now I place my hand on my chest, on my abdomen, thumb forward, palm out, kick it back. Once you find that spot, rotate, thumb goes to the back, palm goes to the outside as you finish that circle. Then kick it back. I place my hand here just to help me remember not to rotate. Bring it on up. Your bicep ends by your ear, and then you bring it on down. And go once more for me. Bring it on up. Rotate that palm to the outside, thumb forward, kick it back. Once you find that sticky spot, rotate. As you rotate, I need you to keep bringing it down to finish the circle. And then kick it back. You're gonna go backwards. Just go through it. The next one's gonna feel a little bit weird. It's probably gonna seem a little bit silly. Go ahead and relax your wrist, okay? So go ahead and pull your wrist out. I want you to grab right here around the base of your wrist. I want you to have your fingers come and flex them up. Now, this is where it's gonna seem a little bit weird. I want you to go to the side without any part of your arm but your hand moving. Then you're gonna go down, up, bring it back. It's as if you're trying to make a circle with your fingertips. The only thing, your arm cannot have any part in this. So you might not get that much range of motion, and that's okay. We're working on that mobility within that wrist. This will help a lot. Make sure you're switching directions. So go back the way that you came. I know it seems really silly, but a lot of times people will have issues with their wrists, like going into push-ups, doing anything where they have to load them up on the ground. And a lot of it is due to mobility or the strain that the lack of mobility can do when it comes to those ligaments, tendons. Go ahead and switch sides. So making sure that you're working on mobility, even for the smallest areas such as this, is good. And this can be like a good little warm up too. It's really hard, like the outsides, I don't know for you, but the outsides are really hard for me because my wrist, my forearm wants to take over where my elbow does the work to help my hand get up. That's what you're fighting. That's why you're grabbing your forearm, okay? You wanna make sure that those bones in there, your radius and your ulna, are not moving, okay? If they move, that means that your elbow joint is now trying to do this move for you, all right? But doing stuff like this, as well as working those muscles that aid in pronation and supination, which we're going to do, can help reduce a lot of the wrist pain or ache associated with some of those moves so that you can do them a little bit more full out. I know this one seems so silly. I know, trust me. And we're gonna go ahead and grab a weight for me, just one, light or moderate, okay? You're gonna come into a hinge, extend out, keep your arms here, curl that weight up towards your forehead, right here. Hinge extension with a curl. Now, for this one, you do need to be in a little bit of a hinge, okay? Now, notice as I'm doing this, I'm not tucking it down like that. I'm keeping out in this hinge. Additionally, my back is in a neutral position. My ribs aren't flaring out. They're stacked over my hips. My core is nice and engaged. I'm keeping my arms out at shoulder length. I'm not letting gravity win here, okay? Right here, and then the only thing moving is at that elbow to get this curl. The reason why I'm doing this, we often as moms put baby in crib, pick baby up, okay? Not only that, but a lot of times curls, like bicep curling actions in real life, don't always happen near the body, okay? So we're gonna go into a 3-way row and load up one leg. I want you to come down onto it. You're gonna row up, neutral, rotate slightly at a 45-degree angle, and then go to a high row, okay? So from the front, what this looks like, trying to get you all angles. Neutral, 45 degrees, and then a high row. You're staying on one side. When it comes to these rows, as you're doing this, the first one for that neutral grip, palm faces that inner leg, okay? Right here. Then as you rotate to that 45-degree angle, it's like your palm goes between your legs. That's where it's facing. And you're gonna row up that way, and then you're gonna come out to the side. Palm's gonna face the back of the room. Right here. I need you to make sure that shoulder blade is getting pulled back towards that spine and you're really engaging, and make sure your core is nice and controlled here, okay? Ready? Switch sides. Nice and controlled here. Gravity does not win. All right. Really think about that shoulder blade moving first, pulling back towards that spine, giving it a nice good hug. Then your elbow leads and you control the movement. Gravity doesn't win, you do. Neutral, 45 to high. All right, keep going, you're doing great. After this, not yet, you have less than 20, but you're coming down into a somewhat kneeling position. I want this leg out to the side here, okay? It's like at a 45-degree angle. You're gonna give me a nice, good preacher curl. Nice, simple, easy peasy, okay? You got 3, 2, 1, let's go. You're just going up and down. Now this is called a concentrated curl, a preacher curl. You can do this sitting down in the chair if this is too much for you. Basically, this locks out a lot of help other muscles will do, especially the tricep, and it really, hence the concentrated curl part of it, concentrates on your biceps. Now what I want you to do, in 2, 1, curl up, rotate, slow that descent down. Curl up, pronate, down. So, when you hold your hands up like this, Think of like a bowl of soup, okay? Supination, okay? Down is called pronation. So, right here, rotate for pronation, in, down, up. Now what I want you to do, we're gonna stay on this side. We're gonna go from soup to pro. Soup to pro. So you are locking it out here. And I know it seems really silly to do a movement like this. All right. But like I said, a lot of times we'll have issues with our wrist, and we notice it when we're doing push-ups, when we're doing planks, we're like, I can't be on my hands, I need to go to a fist. Or we're losing a lot when it comes to work with stabilization, holding a weight, it just gets tiring. A lot of that's forearm strength. Doing supination to pronation, back and forth, will actually work the muscles in the forearms that are meant to help with this stuff. And it can help reduce, like I said, I was doing curls, the aches and pains associated with the wrist, okay? We're gonna switch sides to concentrate curl, other side, ready, let's go. I figured you would appreciate not having to go back and forth from one side to the other for the curl and then back to one side to the other for the supination. Just do it all in one fell swoop. We're about to go to that rotation here. Not yet, but you got 10. Curl up and down. Nice and slow. I don't want gravity winning. All right, ready? 2, 1, add in that pronation. Slow that descent. Gravity is gonna wanna yank this down when you go to pronation because the muscles now that are primarily working are a lot up here on your forearm. And so they really don't have that much strength. They might, depending on if you work them a lot, but typically a lot of people don't work them. So make this nice and controlled. If you have to drop weight, drop weight. We're about to go to that soup to pro. Ready? Just slow, controlled rotation. What I don't want is for you to let it drag your arm down. I need you to stay up here. Nice, good iso curl in that bicep. Nice, good work. Put these flexors, rotators. We have some additional bicep brachii coming in here, bicep radialis. I know, I don't really think you guys care, but in case you do, I'm a anatomy nerd. I love the body. I think it is so just impressive. I think it is so amazing. It's a beautiful machine. I love learning about anatomy, kinesiology, physiology, just the way that it works, how the muscles interact with each other. I don't know why. I really do. Ready? Come down here. You're gonna give me some skull crushers on the ground. Rotate, get that back nice and flat. Bring your arms over and you're just gonna drop, extend. All right, now make sure that the weight doesn't end over your chest. It's gonna end a little bit behind your head as you drop it down and kick it up. If you want 2 weights, by all means, feel free to grab 2 weights. You can definitely use that. I want this nice and controlled. Squeeze at the top. You're doing great. We're just gonna flip over into a child's pose after this. We're gonna do what's called a lateral child pose. We're gonna walk it to one side. Ready? Come on up, flip it over for me. Now, what I want you to do, if you can get your knees a little bit wider, this will help with your pelvic floor and letting it relax. Stretch out as much as you can, and then what I want you to do is walk over to one side with your arms, and that front arm, walk it up as far as you can and just rest into it. Try and get your chest to go towards the ground. You can rest your head down. I'm not, simply because I am sick. I have a fun little head cold, and I know if I put my head down, my nose is just gonna start going nuts. So, apologies in advance if I have sniffled or sneezed. or coughed or anything throughout this workout and didn't catch it, I'm gonna try and edit anything out like that if I find it. And switch sides for me. Again, walk over to the side, walk this front arm out as much as you can. And if you know how to do 360 breathing, do it. Okay, 360 breathing is when you allow your abdomen, your ribs, and your back to expand. Okay, it's the way that the human body actually should be breathing. It gets compromised a lot in moms. Pregnancy is really what does it in for us. I have yet to meet one woman in postpartum who has a compromised breathing pattern. Now, the degree of which varies, but I've yet to meet one. And practicing that will help get your breathing back under control, but also 360 breathing has so many benefits. I actually have a video on it. If you go to my prenatal or postnatal playlist, somewhere in there, you'll actually see me where I talk about exactly what 360 breathing is. And I also walk you through it and share some of the benefits of it. Good job. Go ahead and come up for me right here. We're just going to stretch these forearms. So put your palms on the ground. I want your palms to be on the ground where your fingertips are pointed back towards you. Okay, just like this. And lean away from it. So you're trying to get your palms onto the ground, completely flat, and trying to lean away, getting a nice good stretch in those forearms. And just all we're going to do here is we're just going to flip it to where we're on the backs of our hands. So right now, if you didn't know, anatomically speaking, your palms are considered the front of your hands. 2, 1, I need you to just gently lift, rotate. Now, how much of pressure you apply here is totally up to you. All right, totally up to you. Fingers are pointing back towards you. Now tomorrow you have your Momma Fit workout. It's total focus. Also this Saturday, 8:30 a.m. going live right here over on YouTube. Okay, on YouTube. We are on YouTube. I don't know why I said over on YouTube. Anyway, you get it. Going live over here. Come join me. Come join me. I'll tag the link to the live down in the description. That way, if you want to join, just go down there, click on that link. It'll bring you to like the placeholder of the live, and there'll be a little bell icon. Go ahead, 2, 1, come here and sit for me. I want you to just take one arm. You're gonna pull it back. We're gonna work on these triceps. Now for this, I don't want you to look down. I mean, you can with your eyes, just don't tilt your head down, because that will defeat the purpose of this stretch. Reach down as far as you can, and then press your head into your arm. All right, get that nice good stretch in there. Pull, press, reach. But when you start to drag your chin down to your chest, you kind of lose the purpose of this. So, but like I said, there'll be like a little notification bell there. If you click on that, it'll actually send you an email, and if you have the YouTube app, it'll send you a notification straight to your phone about the live happening. So, and it'll say, we're live. And you can just click on that and it'll bring you straight to it. But 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, right here, it's gonna be total body. And let's go ahead and switch sides. And also make sure, if you want more workouts, you want prenatal, postnatal, general fitness, nutrition, all that fun stuff, hop on over to the Momma Fit Community. Over there, I go live every single weekend except for the weekend that I'm live over here. I post there every day except Thursdays and Sundays. They're going to be the ones that know about every sale. There's going to be challenges. They get the first look into anything and everything Scully Fitness. they oftentimes will also like suggest or request things, and if I can do it, I typically do it. Like this functional movement and go ahead and relax was actually a request from one of them. So here we are. So if you are interested in that, go down to the description. There'll be a spot for it. Momma Fit Community, click on that. It'll bring you to a page that gives you all the information about it. And I would love to see you in there, especially if you want more workouts, more time, place where you can ask endless questions, be a part of all the future challenges that are coming, because there's a lot planned for 2025 that I'm so excited for, and get a first look at everything Skelly Fitness. Other than that, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for doing this workout with me. I hope to see you tomorrow for a workout, but if not, have a great day, night, week, weekend, whenever you are watching this, and I will see you very soon.